The entire love and hip-hop universe was on fire. Last night, footage leaked that no one saw coming, and it shook the cast to the core. Jock was caught locked in an explosive kiss with Jasmine, and within minutes, fans lost their minds. Social media lit up with chaos. Hashtags spread faster than wildfire, and the online world erupted. Behind the scenes, it was revealed that this wasn't just a slip. This was part of Kendra's secret revenge plan. For months, she had been quietly plotting, setting up hidden cameras, saving messages, and building a case that would bring every betrayal into the light. The way she leaked it, surgical, calculated, and brutal, left fans stunned and the cast scrambling. The fallout was instant. Spice stormed in like a hurricane, her rage undeniable. In front of everyone, she slapped Kirk Frost, leaving Rasheeda speechless as the cameras captured every second. The sound of that slap wasn't just a hit, it was history. Fans replayed it on loop, debating whether Spice had gone too far or whether she was simply doing what everyone else wanted to do. Meanwhile, Yandy broke down, her tears flowing as Tamar confirmed a shocking pregnancy revelation that sent ripples through the cast. And then came another storm. Bambi and Ona's secret feud was exposed, catching everyone off guard. In a single night, alliances shattered, friendships burned, and the cast was forced into survival mode. Behind the curtain, tension grew thicker than smoke. Producers whispered nervously, crew members struggled to keep cameras steady, and every hallway in the Atlanta studio became a battlefield. The leaked footage of Jock and Jasmine spread across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok within minutes. Memes mocked Jock's excuses. Screenshots showed Jasmine looking guilty, and fan edits highlighted Kendra's cold smirk of victory. Hashtags like Our Kendra Revenge, Jock Exposed, and Jasmine Drama exploded into trending topics. Fans dissected every second of the clip, frame by frame, trying to decode who knew what, who was lying, and who would be the next to fall. But the real chaos began when Kendra dropped phase 2 of her plan. She released private messages between Jock and Jasmine, exposing lies, secret meetings, and manipulations that painted them both as snakes. The receipts were undeniable. Jock had been promising loyalty to Kendra while sneaking around with Jasmine. And Jasmine had known all along, choosing silence over honesty. Cast members couldn't hide their reactions. Some sided with Kendra, calling her bold and brilliant, while others worried she had gone too far. But one thing was clear. Kendra was now holding the strings. Spice, never one to stay quiet, confronted Jock directly. Witnesses said the heat between them was explosive. Her voice rising, his excuses falling apart, and the cameras recording every painful detail. Rasheeda, trying to stay calm, was pulled into the mess, her composure cracking under the weight of everything happening at once. Meanwhile, the internet had turned the show into a live soap opera. Every slap, every tear, every leaked message was turned into reels, reaction videos, and threads. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was no longer just a show. It had become a battlefield of betrayal unfolding in real time, with millions of fans acting as judges. As the night unfolded, other cast members quietly schemed in the shadows. Yandy struggled with her emotions, knowing her reputation was at stake. Tamar whispered strategies to insiders, preparing her own moves. Bambi and Ona, often overlooked, suddenly became key players, plotting to use the chaos to climb higher in the cast hierarchy. Everyone was thinking strategically now. Every look and every word weighed like gold. And as the first part closed, all eyes turned to Jock's panicked face, Jasmine's guilt, and Kendra's icy smirk. Nothing would ever be the same again. The storm after Jock and Jasmine's kiss didn't calm down. It grew into a hurricane that swallowed the entire cast. The clip was everywhere. Twitter Spaces turned into live debates. TikTok users recreated the scene with skits, and Instagram blogs ran headlines calling it the biggest betrayal of the season. In less than 24 hours, the footage had millions of views, and every fan had an opinion. Some blamed Jock for breaking Kendra's trust. Others accused Jasmine of chasing attention. And then there was a loud crowd praising Kendra, calling her the queen of strategy, the woman who turned pain into power. But while the audience argued online, Backstage at the studio was collapsing into pure chaos. Spice, still burning with anger, cornered Jock near the set and let him have it. Her voice shook the walls as she shouted, "Do you think you can disrespect women over and over and walk away like nothing happened?" The cameras didn't miss a second. Security rushed in, crew members panicked, and fans watching the leaked stream saw Jock shrink under her fury. But the slap she had given him earlier wasn't the end. She followed it up with a torrent of words, exposing his lies, mocking his excuses, and daring him to deny the truth. It wasn't just a fight, it was an execution in front of millions. Rasheeda, who had always tried to be the peacemaker, was left trembling as she tried to pull Spice back, her own reputation crumbling as fans accused her of protecting her husband Kirk instead of demanding accountability. Meanwhile, Kendra revealed that her plan was far from over. The leaked footage was only phase 1. She had more, dozens of private texts, hidden recordings, and carefully timed reveals. That night, she released another batch of receipts, showing Jock begging for her forgiveness, while secretly arranging secret meetings with Jasmine. But this time, the messages also pulled in other cast members. The texts exposed side conversations where people whispered to Kendra, tipping her off about Jock's behavior, while others had been secretly siding with Jasmine, hoping to ride her wave of attention. Suddenly, it wasn't just about two people kissing. It was about the whole cast, their alliances, and their dirty games. The revelations broke something inside Yandy. Normally composed, she couldn't hold it together anymore. Cameras caught her in a private corner, crying and saying she didn't know who she could trust. Her breakdown spread online within minutes, turning into another viral moment. Fans flooded timelines with hashtags like "Our Yandy breaks down," "Hi, your trust I's dead," and "Ours love and hip-hop chaos." And while she was vulnerable, Tamar saw an opening. She leaned into the drama, whispering strategies to a select few, trying to position herself as the next power player who could replace Kendra as the woman with all the control. Back on set, Rasheeda's role grew more impossible by the minute. She tried to stand tall, but the pressure of defending Kirk, protecting the show, and holding the group together was too much. Her voice cracked on camera as she begged the cast to calm down, but the shouting drowned her out. Fans watching accused her of being weak, of hiding the truth, of protecting the wrong people. Every tear, every slip of her voice became another piece of viral content. The online world was now fully in charge of the storyline. Bambi and Ona, often sidelined in the drama, recognized this and made their move. They aligned with Kendra, secretly feeding her more information while leaking selective footage to gossip bloggers. A short edited clip they released showed Kirk and Spice in a heated argument, cut in a way that painted Kirk as the ultimate villain. The clip exploded, adding fuel to the fire and forcing Rasheeda into an even tighter corner. Fans were merciless, creating memes, writing think pieces, and demanding that the show fire Kirk altogether. But just when everyone thought Kendra was untouchable, a shocking new recording surfaced. It allegedly came from her own phone, proving that she hadn't just been exposing lies, she had been manipulating situations from the start. She had encouraged fights, leaked information at perfect times, and even set up moments to make others look worse than they were. Suddenly, the Queen of Revenge looked more like the puppet master of destruction. The internet turned into a courtroom. Half the fans crowned her a genius for exposing hypocrisy. The other half condemned her as a manipulator who thrived on other people's pain. Either way, she had everyone's attention, and the ratings soared higher than anyone thought possible. At the same time, Spice redirected her rage toward Kirk Frost, accusing him of being the root of manipulation in the group. "You've been lying to everyone, pulling strings and smiling in our faces while stabbing us in the back," she screamed, pointing directly at him. The cameras caught Kirk's face tighten, his denial slipping into stuttering, and the entire cast gasped. Rasheeda tried to defend him, but her words were drowned by the rising voices of the cast and the online roar of millions who were already typing out their verdicts in real time. And while the cameras stayed glued to the chaos, Bambi and Ona continued their subtle game. They leaked more behind-the-scenes commentary to blogs, positioning themselves as the insiders with the real story. The fans ate it up, giving them more visibility than they had ever had in the franchise. Suddenly, the quiet ones became dangerous, playing both sides of the war while staying just out of the spotlight. By the end of that night, the cast wasn't just divided, they were broken. Friendships shattered. Alliances flipped. Trust became a joke. The audience, more invested than ever, debated every angle online. Was Kendra a victim or a villain? Was Spice justified or out of control? Could Rasheeda survive standing next to Kirk? And would Jock or Jasmine ever recover from being caught red-handed? The episode closed with a chilling image. Spice glaring at Jock, Rasheeda wiping tears she couldn't hide, and Kendra standing in the shadows with the faintest smile, as if she already knew her next move. Fans everywhere knew one thing: this wasn't the end. It was only the beginning of a war that would define the future of love and hip-hop Atlanta forever.